You're listening to Treats from the Store, the podcast where people from Ascension Parish and the surrounding areas discuss real topics. My name is Joey Stretchnuts, and sitting with me today is Lonnie Gonzales and Connor Graham. This episode is sponsored by Pastalaya Palace. I try to say that shit without laughing. What's up, fellas?
What's up, Mark?
How's it going?
It was nice of Pastalaya Palace to provide these bowls of pastalaya we have in front of us today.
Man, it's so good.
I can't wait till they take over the big lots, bro. It's very exciting.
Bro, I can't wait to be able to get one of those big to-go boxes of pastalaya, take it down to the Weber City ice rink. Oh, it's going to be such a good night.
I heard DJ Rhett's going to be at the opening.
No, let me tell you about that shit. DJ Rhett and his character of not liking pastalaya, which is apparently not a character. He really hates fucking pastalaya. But I
don't like having sex with pastalaya either.
All right. But he's ruined.
You're not trying hard enough.
He's ruined posting about it. Like anytime I post about pastalaya, just because I like pastalaya, the comments are every third comment somebody's tagging them, and I'm like, all right.
It's like Taylor Nada for potato salad and gumbo. He has like a big problem with that. And now,
I appreciate the engagement, and I'm gonna make money off these comments, but come on, bro. Now it just looks like I'm riding his dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looks like I'm posting this to get clout from DJ Rhett, and that's not what I'm doing.
Do you need clout from DJ Rhett?
No. And I'm actually good friends with him, but I don't need.
Did he steal your Magnolite pot? Is that what happened?
No. But anyway,
damn Couillon got my Magnolite pot.
So, serious note, this Pastalaya Palace is obviously a joke. So many people thought that shit was real. And, I even had to comment. I shouldn't have to explain that this is a joke, but, here we are. And people are still thinking it's real. Like, I pinned that comment. You scrolled past my comment saying it was fake to tell me it was fake. This looks like AI. Yeah, no shit. The logo is slanted too far on the right side. If you look at it, you can tell it's fake. So the mayor of Gonzales, Tim Riley, he knows about it, and that's just hilarious. I went to the UPS store for work, and the guy who was, taking my whatever you call it, he was like, dude, our manager was so excited for that Pastalaya Palace. She come in and tell us, oh, bro, it's going to be great for lunch. And then when they found out it was going to be a Burlington, she had to come back and apologize.
How long is it going to be until a Kluwat starts a Pastalaya Palace business just based off the memes?
I can't wait. I would love a Pastalaya Palace.
Or before a Robert shuts it down.
Oh. Fuck them Robears.
It's going to be from the people who brought you Trash Rangers.
So Microsoft Word does not recognize the word pastalaya. When I wrote this little outline up, it redlined every single one of them, which is some bullshit. You can right click and say add it, but that's a common enough word, I think. And considering that
only in Gonzales is that a common enough word,
but it pulls data from the internet. You think it would update its dictionary? Like you think pastalaya would be enough in the?
To hell with them coon asses.
The Best of Ascension Awards are back around, and I don't give a fuck if I win Person of the Year this year.
I think that's the best way to win.
If I don't give a fuck and I win?
Right, because if you care too much, caring too much is a fault. It means you're not the best person if you want it too much.
Here's the thing. That award, the Person of the Year award, is supposed to showcase, do-gooders in the parish. And if I won the last few years, I get it. I get why. Great. But, if I win every fucking year, there's a lot of do-gooders out there that deserve it as well. And it makes me look like an asshole. If I can't
have you ever considered doing less? Just instead of being the best of Ascension,
actually be an asshole.
Yeah, just be worse. Just, do bad for the community instead of good. Promote the social ill.
If I win, I ain't going to be mad about it. 5 in a row sounds nice, but now it's where if I campaign for it, people will be like, all right, asshole.
Just do nothing but sell.
You got to go for 6 to be the GOAT.
That's true.
No, the record was 3.
You got to be.
Now it's 4. I am the GOAT for the fucking award now. Now I'm just piling them up in my sock drawer now, these plaques.
Michael Jordan's got 6 rings. You got to have 6 rings.
That's it. All right, so what I was getting at, there is a best radio show personality. Best radio
trying
personality
to switch categories. That's what you're trying to do.
Show. And that was never a thing until this year. And there's a podcast advertising that category. They paid to advertise to be nominated. And we don't have a radio station in Gonzales that I know of.
Not
so
that
I guess podcasts are eligible. So I guess
technically 104.5 I think is out of Donaldsonville.
Yeah.
So you do
okay.
actually have an ESPN radio station, so maybe somebody could nominate.
If you want to do real radio, then that's the only one that should come up.
Yeah.
Unless there's a diversion pizza radio station, and then that'd be different. Anyway,
That's what we're going to do after this. We're going to start our own radio station and just play Insane Clown Posse
Hell yeah.
and Swamp Pop, nothing else.
WOOP. Whoop. But anyway, if y'all want to nominate me for the best radio show / personality,
Sponsored by Fago.
that's right. Treats from the Store is the name of the show. Put that on there. All right, let's jump into sports. This is just going to be kind of an everything episode. We're just going to talk about, the goings on of the world this time, not really a general topic.
Mostly because, sports is kind of dead this time of year. It's like the worst time to be trying to talk about sports.
I've never been least interested in sports than I have over the last 5 years. Because in the 90s, I had the sports video games. I remember checking the Advocate every day to see the MLB standings or how many home runs Ken Griffey Jr. had or whatever. I remember doing that. If I went to McDonald's, I found the sports, so that's where I used to get the stats from. And now, because I don't play the video games or because most of these sports have kind of peaked. Like, in the 90s basketball, you can't fuck with 90s basketball anymore, but most of these sports I don't care about, so I don't know. Good. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say, in the 90s, the reason why you cared about the NBA was not just the fact that they marketed really well, not just the fact that they had likable stars, but it's the fact that players were allowed to play defense. And number two, the star players actually played. Like today in the NBA, the star players are out for usually at least a third of the season, if not more than that. So, like, for example, if you were a fan of the New Orleans Pelicans, how many games did you get to see in their entire career of Zion Williamson? He never plays. He's supposed to be this generational talent. He's never on the court. And you have this problem with most of the teams in the NBA. That's like credit to LeBron James.
You would think
he actually plays most of the time.
You would think with stat chasing they'd be on the floor more.
You would think, but they have all these incentives to not play, and they're going to take every single one of them. And I think it comes to a culture change in sports at large of the people in the sport wanting to give everything for that sport because they care so much to people who treat it like a job that they really don't want to show up for.
90s basketball was so great that you had so many characters between Barkley, Ewing, Shaq, Jordan, Pippen.
And they hated each other.
And my favorite of all, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, even the ones you didn't like.
Ambassador to North Korea, Dennis Rodman.
You can look back now and respect that was a good player and that was a good character, and it brought entertainment to the game.
Yeah, because they cared so much, and they hated each other, and they fought each other on the court because they wanted their team to win more than anything.
Yeah.
They hated to lose. And the guys these days are like, yeah, we're going to lose 30 games a year. Who cares?
They got rough.
We play 80
$30
games.
$30 million contract. I'm just going to sit at home. All right.
They got rough in the paint under the goal because
they
wanted to win, and it got rough. And now what you got? Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry shooting threes the whole game.
But at least he plays.
Yeah, that's fair.
This has been the worst sports year to be a Louisiana sports fan. I mean, the Pelicans were unwatchable. LSU football fired their coach. LSU basketball won 3 conference games in the men's set. Now, the women were solid. The women were very good. Women's sports have been all right, but men's sports in Louisiana have been atrocious.
I'm going to back it up a second. I had no faith in Brian Kelly from the beginning. When he came out the first day.
It was a weird hire.
Yeah, and he came out the first day making a speech, and it was the most northerner speech I ever heard.
Family.
I'm like, all right, well, he may be a fish out of water, but maybe he'll be a good coach. I don't know.
I just remember this was right when we made the hire. I went out of town. I was in Dallas at this convention, and they had these guys that were from that were from up north, that were from Indiana, and they were just all like, "Oh my God, thank you for taking Brian Kelly from us. We were trying to do anything to get rid of that guy. You have saved us. You will come back to us in 3 years, and you will be wondering, and you'll be trying to give him back, and we're not going to take him. Thank you so much for taking him off our hands."
How many press conferences did he lose his temper like a bitch? Y'all remember that? He was pounding the tables.
Right.
So embarrassing.
But not even mad in a good way. Like,
it was performatively mad.
Look at Lou Piniella back in the Mariners days. That motherfucker would throw his hat on the ground, but he got shit done, and he was a good coach. But if you just do it because you're a bitch, that's different.
He was doing it to throw his own players under the bus.
Yep.
That was the other problem.
He was a fucking whiny baby.
As opposed to like when you'd see Les Miles lose his shit, it was usually to defend his player from other, like You go over there, you give him a big old kiss on the mouth.
Coach
if
O?
you're a girl.
Coach O.
Coach O would be mad, but he would run through a brick wall for his players.
That's a
No
fact.
doubt.
That dude loved his university, loved his players. Did he also fuck around and have sex with random blonde women on the beach and hit on boosters' pregnant wives? Yes, he made $30 million to go away. He was happy to do that.
Oh yeah, you can't blame him for that shit.
He won the title and then he had fun.
If his biggest crime was trying to get some pussy, that's all right. Whatever.
Right.
Yes, Hugh Freeze at Ole Miss is biggest crime. Bobby Petrino at Arkansas's biggest crime. I'm just saying, if I can't put my mistress on the back seat of my hog, what kind of country do we live in?
Or Urban Meyer. If I can't stick my finger in some random chick's ass at a party, what?
I mean, did you see the video? She was grinding up on him.
Right.
Sure, he's married and has a real job, but you know what? These things are details, baby.
Some LSU fan put his finger around my booty. Remember that?
That dude used to work at my plant.
No shit.
Yeah.
What? The guy who put the finger in the booty hole? Or the guy that had the booty hole in the finger?
The whiner.
The whiner, yeah.
Oh, wow.
They called him G White.
G White?
Yeah.
So LeBron James has jumped to the Philadelphia 76ers. This is his fourth team.
The only team softer than his son. I saw the best meme about this, and it was that scene from There Will Be Blood, where he just, I've abandoned my boy. LeBron left Bronny behind in Los Angeles.
So he is the all-time scoring leader, and it's by like 5,000 points. It's not even close, and he just will not sit down. I don't know why he don't just call it.
He's chasing that one more ring. And if he wins a ring at Philadelphia, which is probably not
How
likely.
many's he got? 5?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I don't care for the NBA much. I don't watch it a lot, but I keep up with a little
I'm sure
bit.
he's got enough money now.
Oh,
Why don't you just
100%.
go sit down? You're fucking 50.
To me, I get it. I mean, they're offering him tens of millions of dollars every year.
It's what he
He's
does.
not really good at anything else. It's not like one of those guys that everybody knows as soon as he retires, he's in broadcasting. Like,
Right.
I mean, Charles Barkley, such a personality. You want to watch him. LeBron
Sure.
James, he's just not that personable of a guy. You don't want to.
Not a very likable person.
No.
That's why people don't consider him the best. He
Just
has
like you
more
don't see
points.
Michael Jordan doing that. Some people are really good at one thing, and if they're going to keep paying him to do that one thing, and he's still doing it at a high level, he's not elite anymore, but he's still a very solid player. Of course, he's going to keep getting paid millions of dollars to do it. He plays 50 games a year.
I watched an interview with Michael Jordan back in the 90s, and I was so excited. It was late night. He was talking to somebody, and I'm like, here we go. This is the best player. I can't wait to hear what he has to say. And 3 minutes in, I was ready to fall asleep because he's just blah, 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 blah. Very monotone.
He's not a likable personality. Michael Jordan was a jerk, but he was damn good.
Oh, he
at
got his shit
basketball.
done.
That's right.
Somehow Shaq finds a way to be monotone.
He is the
as
greatest
hell
human on earth.
and hilarious.
Shaq
Amen.
is so big because he has to fit his heart in there.
Yeah.
He is the most lovable dude on earth.
He's so funny though. Like it's amazing that somebody that can talk
He's
so
like
monotone
a
can be
big black
so
Fred
funny.
Rogers.
He's a giant.
He really is.
He's so lovable.
But yeah, he goes. We have LeBron going to the 76ers, the softest team in the league. So they have that with a bunch of whiny stars on them that are never going to play together. If he wins a ring there, honestly, that's an accomplishment because I don't see how anybody could take this Philadelphia 76ers roster and get past the first round of the playoffs.
And if he does win a ring, he does something that no other player has ever done. He'll win a ring at 4 different teams.
Which, I guess that's a new accomplishment. To me, that's something that I would
Right. I
not
wouldn't
think
be proud
was
of
cool
that.
as a fan.
No one will give a shit about that 100 years from now.
That's one of the things that I don't like about sports nowadays. You had guys that played for a team. They played for that team for their entire career.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Jordan played with the Bulls until he retired, and then he went to the Wizards.
Yeah.
For,
Well, he
3
also
years?
bought the Wizards.
Yeah, exactly.
They were the Bullets back then.
Yes.
right.
The Washington Bullets.
Which I think we need to bring back the Bullets.
Hell yeah.
This PC forced them to make the
goddamn woke
Redskins, the
NBA.
commies, and the Bullets into Wizards.
Yeah, there was a joke back in the day that the Washington Bullets had talked about changing their name to kind of get away from the image of violence, and so now instead of being known as the Washington Bullets, they were just going to be known as the Bullets.
That would be a rim shot one there for the.
Oh,
sound
hang on. I got
effect.
the button right here.
Better late than never.
There you go.
Hey, I guess that's really the story of Bronny James, huh?
He He wants to be called the greatest so bad, but no one wants to because
They don't like him.
they don't like him. I mean, I don't care how many points he's got. He's not Michael Jordan.
He's not. And he's not Kobe Bryant either. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well,
No.
think about some of the names in football that come up as like the greatest quarterbacks of all time. One of the names that gets thrown out a lot is Troy Aikman, and Troy Aikman statistically was not that good. Like, he was on loaded rosters. He only won one or two titles in the '90s.
I think he got 2.
I think he got 2. He's not really that great, but because he's a personality that people like, and he's on TV for years,
Took care of his players.
he took care of his players. Like that, because that guy had this really good reputation, people talk him up and hype him up. Whereas maybe somebody like Aaron Rodgers, who everybody despises, they always downplay his accomplishments, even though he's got a ring. He has great stats up there with Peyton Manning and all those other guys. But he's an asshole. Dan Marino.
People love that guy.
Yeah.
Never had a ring, but he
Never
was a
had a
great
defense.
quarterback.
Hey, you know who loves Dan Marino?
Cody Anderson.
Cody Anderson. Anyway, speaking of Cowboys, how about Tony Romo?
Tony Romo.
How is he just now getting arrested for drunk driving? That guy seems like he's been doing this his whole life. Like, he seems like he could have gone pro at drunk driving. The fact that he only now got caught, credit to the police officers. Like, this is like running down one of the guys from Need for Speed.
I'm always amazed when these millionaires are driving their own car. Tiger Woods,
Right.
every goddamn 3 years, runs into a tree or some shit.
Well, think about it. He can
why
afford
don't you
it.
get an Uber?
He can afford it.
Right.
He
just-
to get another car?
Yeah, he can
Keep
just get another
himself
car.
out of jail.
He can buy his way out of DUI. These things only affect people that work for a living.
I would
That's
still
fact.
just rather be driven around
Right.
in the first place than even risk a wreck.
Tiger's excuse has always been, I like my privacy. I don't want anybody driving me around, seeing what
It's
I
so
do.
he can have his affairs. It's so he
Right.
can do drugs and fuck hookers and have a good time.
And bless his heart for that.
the American dream.
I'm not criticizing for that. shit.
the Statue of Liberty was shaking her fist.
But don't drive on it. Shit.
Mercy of the red, white, and blue.
I mean, you pay me $1 million a year, I'll sign an NDA, I'll sign whatever you want, and I'll drive you anywhere you want to go. I'll stay sober.
I feel like the University of Georgia needs to adopt this program for their players.
Oh, absolutely.
Every offseason, they just they lose half their roster to driving incidents.
So I just got someone just handed me this breaking news about the WNBA. It still exists.
Did you
And
know
that's not a shot at women, because there's some great players in the WNBA. And when it first started in the 90s, I was all excited. I'm like, that's great. Ladies have their own tennis, and it's very popular.
Yeah, people watch ladies tennis.
Right, and then they have their own golf.
Soccer.
Golf,
Golf.
soccer. They're very popular. So I'm like, here we go.
Women's soccer team is
basketball.
fantastic.
That'll be great. And then there were only 8 teams when it started. I haven't kept up with the NBA since. I have no idea what's going on. I don't even hear about it.
Well, there's a big rivalry between the white players
Oh, I
and
do
the black
remember
players.
Angel Reese.
And Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
remember that. And wasn't Ice Cube trying to start his own goddamn league?
So he actually does have a league, but I don't think it's strictly women. I don't know if women are involved, but it's like an MTV-based league. I think it did okay for a little while.
Well, you can now this week they announced you can get an Angel Reese Barbie. They have
Yes.
There's an Angel Reese Barbie. That's that's going to be a birthday present, popular stocking stuff for this holiday season, folks. You can get your
Stuff for I hardly know her.
God.
Booyah.
Based.
Carry on.
Is that what you do after you take your dates to the Pastalia Palace?
Yeah, stuffer. All right. Let's move on to, unless you have more.
Well, I was going to say,
yeah, go ahead.
if you think there are women's sports that people are still
Okay, yeah.
invested in, Women's World Cup will be next year, and I don't know about most everybody else, but I really enjoy watching those girls play. They're great. They
I
really
love watching the United States win in any place, anywhere, anytime, anyway.
Amen.
It's always fun. But I will say I do have one more thing to say about Tony Romo.
Okay.
Because back in the day, he dated prime Jessica Simpson. And she showed up at a playoff game, and the Cowboys lost the game, and then they banned her from the stadium.
Oh, because superstition.
and
Shut
so
up.
that no, seriously,
It's because the
So
Cowboys are just stupid.
they haven't won any other playoff games either.
Right.
But what makes the story funnier is not too long after this, Tony Romo breaks up with her, and then marries a waitress who looks just like her, and they are still together to this day.
Amazing.
That's because she could still go to the games.
Exactly. But his wife never shows up at a playoff game because she doesn't want to get banned.
You want to talk about the Kingfish?
Oh, I'll talk about hockey all day long.
Yeah, let's go. I remember back when they played in the Centroplex.
The Centroplex.
Centroplex.
The Riverside Centroplex.
Yeah, before it was the Raising Canes.
And they'd have this little blimp that would go around the stadium and drop coupons to Popeyes.
Back in my day.
I don't remember that. Is that a real
While
thing?
they pick Cotton Eye Joe. Yeah, I remember this. We used to go to a lot of Kingfish games back in the day.
Oh, okay. I've never been to any of them. I remember when it came out, but then,
I've been to 2 games, and the first game we were right on the glass. That was a good time. And if anybody out there gets the chance to go see the Kingfish when they come back, you should definitely take that chance.
One of the problems they had last year was when they reconfigured the seating. You didn't have much seating on the glass, and I thought that was such a missed opportunity. That's what you want if you're a hockey. That's what the only seats that you would really pay for, because Centroplex, it's not that big of a venue. There's no really bad seats. Like there's really no bad seats in there. If you sit at the top, it doesn't really matter. So they got rid of the ones right behind the glass. I'm like, that's the ones you need. That's the premium. That's the great stuff. Like at the Kingfish, they had this one seat. It was called the best seat in the house. They had these 2 little recliners, and they were right behind the glass. And it was like a promotion thing, was that you would check your whatever, your program or whatever, and if you had the right number, they would move you down into these little Barca loungers right behind the glass. I was like,
sweet.
As a little kid, I was like, that would be the coolest ever.
yeah.
And it's awesome that they did it that way instead of just letting the highest bidder buy those seats.
Yeah, because it let an ordinary person get a chance to sit back there for once. And
You can't afford to go to an NBA game today. It's thousands of dollars for
You
the
can't
shittiest
afford
seats.
to go anywhere.
That's not true.
anything.
The Pels suck. You can get Pels tickets for nothing. I will tell you, the day of a game, you can get a Pels ticket for like $10, $15. Those, at least if you're willing to sit in the upper decks like I am.
Then you have to sit through a Pelicans game.
Exactly.
I watched a thing about how now NBA stadiums are not made for regular people to go anymore. They're more focused on with the suites.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They sell those for
they
make more money 100 times over than the regular people.
I got to attend one of these games in a premium seat once, and I like how the other half lives and aspire to join them. But I'm not going to because they're so freaking expensive.
Yeah, I was in an LSU suite one time, and they got the all-you-can-eat whatever foods out. And
Who invited the Ascension Parish Department of Memes? Do y'all have a meme box?
It was
just you and other shit posters?
It was the guy who owns the Napa in Port Allen. I was working for Cajun Industries, and I was the purchasing guy. So I dealt with that Napa a lot, and the guy who ran that Napa invited me and my shop foreman and like his wife and whatever, and some other customers and to that suite. And so my supervisor knew who I was on the internet. So one of the other customers was like, "Oh, Livingston Parish is such a great place to live," and my supervisor looked at me like, "Oh, he's about to start a fight." Yeah. Anyway.
Well, that reminds me of a time I was. This was a few years ago, probably like 2022, and I always go to LSU games, but I don't have season tickets anymore. So I just go around the stadium and find a ticket at the last minute a lot of the times. And this one time, I'm right outside the west side. I'm looking for tickets, and I see this group of like rich frat guy looking dudes, and one of them's like, "Nah, man, y'all go without me, bruh. I'm good. I gotta sleep this off." Like clearly they were all fucked up, and so I was like, "All right, well, does anybody want this? We're selling this." And I walked up there. I was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a ticket." And he goes, "I was like, what you got?" "Oh, yeah, well, I just got this one. I don't know where it's for." I'm like, "Okay, $60." Sure. It was LSU versus Arkansas. It turned out it was a West Stadium Club ticket.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the one where you get all you can eat food. You're in the premium seats. Not a suite, but it's the next best thing.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, it was so nice. Turned out I was sitting next to the people who own Fred's in Tigerland.
Go ahead.
And they were all there with like these like 18-year-old waitresses that they were trying to big time and look how important I am. Look, you can get anything you want from this buffet, girl. And it was just, and the girls were clearly like, "Yeah,
y'all like pasta
thanks.
laga? I got some right here for the palace."
Girl, I want to put you up in a palace. You deserve to be pampered.
Do y'all remember the
Pasta laga
XFL?
pampered.
Yes, I do remember
Both
the
times?
XFL. Yes.
So XFL came out in 2000, maybe 2001 the first time, and it was supposed to be an improved version of football. And
I liked the way they did the opening kickoff.
I did too.
I loved that, but the CTE people did not.
yes, and then it failed for whatever reason.
I just don't think it was marketed properly.
Yeah.
It could have been a great time.
They tried to bring it back in like 2019 or so. I think it was Vince McMahon the second time. And he was rolling with the, it was like the counter Kaepernick thing because everybody was protesting. He's like, well, in my league, you have to stand for the pledge or blah, 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 whatever it was.
Well, COVID kind of just took a
and then that
cleaver
fucked
to
him
it.
over the first year.
Well, and then he got ousted as being
a
sexual
predator
or whatever.
But then Dwayne The Rock Johnson took over. And they're still technically alive. Like they merged it with one of the other leagues, and it's still hanging on there, but it's not doing so good. Like, yeah, they had their championship game for this season, which of course I did not watch. They had that about a month ago. It was happening during the World Cup, so I was watching the World Cup.
Same. Which, by the way, since USA didn't win and Norway couldn't win, I'm glad Spain won.
There you go.
You were rooting for the Spaniards over the Argentinians.
Yes.
Is there a reason that you would like to state in?
His last name is Gonzales.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Argentinians are also Hispanic, but and
arguably, you know, sometimes there's some other little bit, little German in there.
Yeah,
maybe
Messi's about this tall.
I'm glad this is not a video podcast.
So I am a fan of Messi. He's probably one of my favorite players in the world, but I think Spain just played a beautiful game all the way through the World Cup, and I was glad to see them
I have
pull
to
it
say,
out.
the Spaniards, to me, that team reminded me so much of the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. That, like, nobody could score on this team.
Yeah.
They literally gave up, 5 goals the entire cup.
Right,
You know?
and most of them were to Cape Verde.
Yeah, most of them were to Cape Verde.
Which, if anybody else could have won, I would have loved to have seen
That
them
would
go
have been
through,
so
'cause
cool.
That was amazing.
The whole country is like 600,000 people.
Right.
Like, how are you doing this?
I think their entire population was at the World Cup this year.
It seemed like it. I was fortunate enough to get to go to Atlanta while the World Cup stuff was happening. I didn't get to go to a game because the tickets were outrageous, but
Yes.
it was so cool seeing all these fans from all around the world getting to experience America. And
as it really is.
Without the filter of the news networks in our country and the news networks in their countries. I mean, I talked to people who they had no idea what America was like, and their preconceived notions were ridiculous.
Well, look, we're not a perfect country. No country
no one
is.
is.
We have our issues, but I feel like we get a pretty bad rap overseas because our news media is
Well, just go look at
entertainment,
social media here. Like if you've ever gone on Tiger Droppings, you would think that Baton Rouge is a post-apocalyptic hellscape, and it's only pre-apocalyptic hellscape. People,
Is it like the Baton Rouge version of Reddit?
Yes.
I haven't been on there a
Yes.
lot. I know about the OT Lounge, but I've never really.
it's the Baton Rouge Reddit.
Yeah, it is. It really
It's
is.
literally the Baton Rouge Reddit. Which the Baton Rouge Reddit is. I don't recommend going on too much either.
I actually started the Ascension Parish one in 2011.
Really?
Which of course
I didn't even
did.
know there was an Ascension
Yeah,
Parish Reddit.
and then I stopped keeping it up, and then it never turned in anything. And then I deleted my Reddit account back in like 2018. So it's last time I looked, I was just lurking. Someone else took it over, and okay,
Right?
But I actually started that one. I was the Ascension Parish Reddit guy before I was doing Facebook.
That's wild. I had no idea.
Yeah,
You're a true celebrity.
there you go.
We're in the presence of greatness.
Yeah, I know. So
But I love the World Cup because you have all these people that are coming in to experience this country for the first time, and they get to there's so much shit talked about America about every way, shape, or form, and then we came in, we did exactly what we always do. We look kind of good, beat a bunch of teams that suck, and then lose our ass when we have to play anybody real. But in this boring ass game that nobody actually in the United States wants to watch, but it was such a great spectacle to get to interact with these people and try to kick their asses at a game that we could not give fewer fucks about.
that's right. Never have.
I actually enjoy watching soccer. I do. I try to watch some
I
every
try,
year.
but it's so bad.
But the World Cup, to me, no matter where it is always a good time because the crowd mostly.
Yeah.
I like to see the people love their country.
Yes.
This is where we're from.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
proud of it. And I mean, there's tears, there's heartbreak, there's crying. It's great.
They say if even if you don't know Spanish, watch it with the Spanish audio.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it is
One
amazing.
goal!
Oh,
Dude, they
love
care
it.
so much, and it's great, and it's infectious. like they had these story, like all the stories that came out of like the Japanese fans and the Mexican fans interacting, or the Germans and the Argentinians embracing as long lost brothers and starting a Fourth Reich. It was just very uplifting.
Be sneaking jokes into the show. Yeah.
There's jokes in this show?
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about celebrity deaths this month. Sam Neill from Jurassic Park, he played the main guy.
Dr. Alan Grant.
Yes, he died this month at the age of 78 from pneumonia.
See, I would have guessed that the dinosaurs would have gotten him, but
that would be cool.
Imagine you spend your career defeating literal dinosaurs and you died of pneumonia.
What a bitch.
The Event Horizon got him years ago.
Bonnie Tyler from she was Welsh is what she was. She was like the British First Lady of Rock, they call her.
Total eclipse of the heart.
There it is.
She was that song was in one of the first like viral YouTube videos, like in the early days of YouTube, that I really loved. It was the was it literal music videos?
Oh yeah,
they just explain what was going on, and that video is so crazy that it was the only one of those literal music videos that was actually funny. It's hysterical.
They say Mitch McConnell is not dead, but I'm not sure.
Mitch McConnell is Schrodinger's senator. He is both alive and dead until you pull out the feeding tube.
Yeah, they sent that picture of him on his bed next to that lady, and we're like, he still looks kind of dead.
Can we stuff him in a box with a cyanide tube?
I'm not going to answer this on.
So if we want, if y'all want to go down the conspiracy rabbit hole with me,
come on, I'm always game.
All right,
go on.
Here we go. So if he is dead before August 4th, they have to hold a special election this year for the person who replaces him in the Senate. But if he's dead after August 4th, then the person who is appointed to fill his seat doesn't have to face a special election this year. They get to hold on to that seat a little bit longer.
Oh, you think they're bullshitting?
They're bullshitting to make sure that they don't have to answer to the people, because the person that the people of
that would
Kentucky
be a hell of
would
a
elect
cover-up to cover up a dude's death.
Not be the same person that they would appoint, and so this keeps Massey from being able to run for his seat. This keeps a more pro-Trump person being able to run for his seat. Keeps them, and instead they get to appoint another person who agrees with McConnell, who's a little bit less pro-Trump, to hold on to that seat instead of having to face the voters and maybe even lose to a Democrat. So
August 5th.
August 4th. So
August 5th, midnight and 1 second, Mitch McConnell dies.
Right. Now, in addition, the way that they've set this up is that in order to unseat a U.S. senator in Kentucky, they have to show a death certificate. So they're keeping him on basically on life support.
Oh, yeah.
So that way there's no death certificate, because they can't they don't have the ability to mentally disqualify him like a lot of other states have, where they can just recall their senator, or they can just say, hey, this guy's literally brain dead, you can't be a senator. They don't have that mechanism in Kentucky, so they just waiting out for the death certificate. And the way that they're doing that is that the only person who has the power of attorney to pull the plug is his wife. So what did she do? She immediately left the country and went to China, because she is a registered agent of the Chinese Communist Party. That's not even up for debate. That's not even a conspiracy theory.
Correct.
It's literally an established fact that she lobbies on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party. That's right. The Senate Majority Leader of the Republican Party is married to a Chinese spy, just like there was another Chinese spy, Fang Fang, who was involved with what was it, the senator from California? Yeah. Swalwell. Yeah,
that's Swalwell.
Swalwell, something like that.
Swalwell,
Yeah. Something. Hey, I'm sure he swallows very well.
Yes.
He's from California.
Yeah. That's what they do there.
Lindsey Graham died, and we were like, we wanted Mitch McConnell, but close enough.
We'll take both, honestly.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Just who?
That's right.
That death is weird.
Yeah,
because he was seen in public. He's been very active. Like Mitch McConnell's looked like he's been sundowning for a while.
Yeah, the turtle.
Like he's sunsetting. That dude has been visibly decaying. Meanwhile, Lindsey Graham has been out. He's been very active. He's been in public. He literally talked to the press the day before in Ukraine. Yeah. So him's just suddenly
he must have
dying.
Just an organ fail or something.
Maybe he had a heart attack. We don't know what it was, but I mean, there's a lot of people throwing conspiracies.
Maybe he had information on the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
Is that still a thing?
Remember that?
Oh yeah, Harambe. He had all that information. His name is Seth Rich, people. His name is Seth Rich.
Anyway, next, Brenda Fricker. I hardly know her. She was an Irish actress. She played the Pigeon Lady.
Oh, are you talking about Home Alone 2?
Home Alone 2. And even as a kid, when Home Alone 2 came on, I'm like, halfway through the movie, so he meets this woman and he's scared of her. And then I'm like, is she going to be a good person? And then she's a good person. I'm like, this is just the last movie again?
Literally.
It's the same movie.
Just make the same movie.
They had to rush it. It literally came out a year after one, and that's not enough time to make a good movie. So
it was enough time to cram in a Donald Trump cameo, though. He's like the only person other than the pigeon lady that
down
helps
the hall on the left. That's like his only line. Yeah, down there. Sir, do you know where the bathroom is? Yeah, it's
down the hall on the left.
That's right.
It's the best bathroom.
Wonderful bathroom. Everybody says so. Look at this guy. This guy knows a lot about bathrooms.
That's pretty good. Peter LaSalle. I never even heard of him, but until he just recently died. He was one of the head producers of Johnny Carson's show, and then eventually Letterman. He
survivor.
He was a Holocaust survivor. I didn't even know they were still around.
You know, it's crazy. We went to the World War II Museum, it's probably 6 or 7 years ago, and met a Holocaust survivor. It's a pretty humbling experience.
He was 93.
I'll never forget, like, this is one of those things that didn't register to me as a child, but, like, when I was a little bit older to understand it, it made me go, holy shit. When I was a young lad, I remember my grandmother, she would host Passover Seder and Hanukkah over at her house in Baton Rouge. And I just remember one time there was a guest who was there. It was somebody I didn't know. I don't know if it was a great uncle or something. It was just or extended family or just a friend. But anyways, I just remember him. He had like some little blue marks on his wrist. And I was a little kid. And I go, oh, hey, what's that? Is that a tattoo? He goes, oh yeah, they gave it to me at the camp.
Oh, that's a cool summer camp.
And I was just like, they give tattoos at summer camp? That's badass.
Is it Avondale? Where was this?
Literally, yeah. That was my thought process, and my dad was like, "Shut up."
Don't.
And then when I was a little older, and I realized that was from I was talking to a Holocaust survivor. Like when I was like 6. Oh my gosh.
That's one of those things I'd still lose sleep over. Like,
yeah.
Did I really say that shit?
Yeah. He died of being 93.
I think that's a good cause of death. That's not a Lindsey Graham cause of death.
I'd take 93 years all day, every day.
So the average man in Louisiana gets 72 years, and that's it. In Asia, I think it's either China or Japan, they lived at about 80. But the average man in Louisiana gets 72.
Which is crazy because the average woman in Lafayette lives to the age of 105. I know because I went to there's this cemetery right outside a cathedral. If you don't believe me, go to the cemetery. Every woman's grave there, not a single one of them died under the age of 90. I swear. It is the craziest thing.
It's that gravy.
Yeah, it's that gravy. Like I was just like, you gotta be, these people never die.
It's the swamp water.
It's that roux they make.
They'll rule the day across me, Trebek.
All right, you know what?
Moving on.
Tony Danza from Who's the Boss? He is not dead.
How is Tony Danza, the tap dance extravaganza, still around?
He's 75. He's not dead. More as this develops. We'll find out.
Maybe him and Keith Richards can, have a battle to the death. Two men enter, one man leaves.
He had a talk show like Letterman's for a while.
Oh, yeah, I remember
and it
that.
was maybe 2 or 3 years and it failed, I guess. But
there used to be, way back in the early days of like internet, I guess, getting big, growing, whatever. Mm-hmm. There was a website called Is Abe Vigoda Dead?
I remember this.
And you could just
it became a Firefox extension.
Yeah. So maybe we should do the same thing for Tony Danza. Is Tony Danza dead?
Do y'all remember the Facebook page called Daily Updates on the Health Conditions of Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Every single day they would post, he's dead. And everybody would like sad react and wow react like it's the first time they heard it.
Like he wasn't
the
fucking
comments
dead the
were
day before.
great. It was like, oh, I hope he comes around. Hope he gets better.
Yeah, I don't think you come back from that one unless you're Mitch McConnell.
I didn't even know he was sick. That's a Norm Macdonald reference. Yeah. All right, let's go to news. The Duval Road Bridge into Keystone is open, and I could not be happier. I don't even live in Keystone.
Now we've got to let those animals out of Keystone every now and then?
Well, they were all using...
Like Keystone.
Okay.
Yeah. Always smooth.
So there's, I don't know how many hundreds of houses in there, and they all had to get in and out of the same entrance on that side road over by Paula Park.
Anytime I've ever talked with urban planners about, hey, back in the day, I used to have grids, and it was great because if there was traffic on road, you just went to the other one. Why did you stop doing that? And they all like, well, it's a lot safer if you just have one outlet. I'm like, the fuck it is.
Well, Keystone had two, and it was Duval Road, but they
there's
had
a
to
lot
repair
fewer
that
opportunities
bridge.
for crashes. Yeah, but there's a crash there every goddamn day.
it brought great entertainment to the Galvez Facebook groups because people were fighting, and it was already bad. It was already a trashy, it's a shit show, right? Well, the shit just escalated because everyone had to drive through everybody's yard. There was a great fight about this roundabout. There's a 4-way intersection that has a tree in the middle, and you have to. There are signs that say keep right, so you have to go around the tree, but you have to stay right like it's a roundabout. But there's also stop signs, so it's neither. It's a 4-way.
It accomplishes neither purpose.
Correct. The whole point of roundabout is keep everybody moving.
Right.
But there's stop signs and a tree in the middle, and you're required to go around it to the right like a roundabout because it's only 1 lane wide, so you can't go left. You'll hit somebody.
So nobody knows when to stop and when to go.
Correct.
Not because of the confusion of the tree, just
Well,
because
the
they
idea
drive in
is
Louisiana.
stop at the sign and then just go when you can, but you have to stay to the right. But that leads to almost wrecks because if you want to go left and you stop and then you start going, but the guy across from you, he don't know you're making that 750 of a circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Insane. Just absolutely absurd. Sometimes I feel like every person who has ever designed a road, especially or a subdivision entrance, whatever, they need to have to drive it at 5 p.m. on a weekday.
Yeah.
When school is in session. You have to. If you think, you really think you did a good design on that, drive it. Tell me it works.
So people,
what do you know? It doesn't work. Frickin' fix it.
People were making posts. They were mad at people going too slow, too fast. There were cars parked on the shoulder. Now, this is a HOA subdivision where you're not even supposed to park on the shoulder.
I always drive the Goldilocks speed because I know I'm always perfect.
Right. Well, you're not supposed to park on the shoulder in that subdivision in the first place. And there were people parked in the shoulder. And now you have triple the amount of cars driving right there. So I would be scared as fuck to leave my car on the road.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So people would leave it in the road and with an empty driveway. Like, holy shit.
That's because that driveway isn't for their house.
Well, then why the fuck is their car there? Anyway, so I'm glad that's open, and maybe that place will cool down a little bit. The State Fair is coming back to St. George instead of Baker.
Is it going to be still at the fairgrounds? Or
yes.
They found
Do we actually still have a state fair?
Yes. Well, it came to Ascension Parish. We were like, y'all can keep it, because I didn't even go. I'm like, I'm not going out there. So it came back to the State Fairgrounds, which is, it's not even called the State Fairgrounds. It's just the official name because that's where the fuck the State Fair is. So,
I mean, they don't do anything else there. It's like
this year, the St. George people whined and said, no, we don't want it because we're going to put some kind of athletic complex there, so we can't do it. So they sent it over to Baker, and I guess Baker said, we don't want that shit neither. They were going to do it on, like, where the golf course is.
It's because people get shot at the State Fair.
Where can you put that in Baker other than the golf course?
Yeah, I don't know. Baker said we ain't got the fucking facilities.
Infrastructure, facilities, none of it.
No, they don't have the restaurants and the roads and shit. Where are they going to park?
Because, I mean, they have been doing a pretty large renovation over at the park near where the zoo is, but it's still, they don't have a space that's really
they changed the entrance to the zoo. Have you been?
I have not been since they changed it.
Instead of going down that road and then pulling in that parking lot, you have to go further down and you go like the other side of the golf course. And they close the other end, which is good news for that neighborhood for sure. But now you don't have to go through the hood back there. It's all a nice little road straight to it, and that confused the shit out of me the last time I went. I didn't even know they did that.
So, as anybody, I have one State Fair story.
Okay.
I have one State Fair story, but why? Because you don't most people don't go to the State Fair anymore because there's a certain people get shot at the State Fair like every year. Yeah. I don't know why people just have to shoot people at the State Fair, but it's a thing. And honestly, if I had more resources and ammunition, I would join them.
Tradition.
It's tradition. But I just remember when I was in high school, there was some kind of scholarship competition that I entered into. I think it was maybe with the Baton Rouge JCs. And part of the prize for winning it was they gave me like a ride pass for the State Fair. So I was like, oh man, I get 2 ride passes. I can just go on any ride I want, as much as I want. And so I invited this one girl that I had a crush on, and she said she was going to go, and then she stood me up. And I was I was so sad I had to ride the rides by myself. But Merriweather was playing, so I was like sad and happy and sad, and then sad again and happy. But I actually still remember that.
Never got to see Merriweather play live, and I regret it. I wish I had.
So much fun, man. They used to play these reunion shows even long after they'd broken up. They'd play these reunion shows at the varsity, and they were so much fun.
I went to the State Fair a few times as a kid. I barely remember it. I do remember one time my younger brother went up. It was a huge slide. You went up this ladder that zigzagged all through these pipes, and at the top you went down to whatever. And my brother, he got all the way to the top, and then he got scared and wanted to come back down. So my mom had to go up there and try to get him down, and you talk about people was pissed off behind us. But it's a kid. He's scared. What are you going to do? But
Right.
I do remember that shit.
Oh, I've definitely chickened out on rides before.
Yeah. Oh, I used to be scared. Now this is a big old bitch story, but I was like 5. The Gonzales McDonald's on Airline, back when they had playgrounds.
I
They had
remember.
the big hamburger.
Yep.
Yeah. That was dangerous because motherfuckers just stomp on your fucking face in that goddamn.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you would fall out the fucking windows. It wasn't fully barred.
No.
No, it was not.
So anyway, they had a slide, and you went up like 5 steps to a flat platform, and then you went up like 5 more, and then you went down a slide. I went up. My mom went up with me, and I got up the first 5 steps, and I was like already scared as hell. Despite the fact that we're 3 feet from the ground, I'm like, oh. So my mom had to take me back down. So I can't say shit about my brother, I guess.
See, I remember chicking out. It was the whatever the black Cobra slide is over at Blue Bayou.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
'Cause I was pretty young. I was probably 7 or 8, and I just remember getting up there, and what you don't see from the ground is that when you get to the top of it, the whole thing shakes and the whole thing moves in the wind, and that motion of the whole slide like rocking back and forth. I was just like, I'm out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
But it has to shake and rock.
Yeah, because
Yeah. But you don't understand that.
I don't
when
understand
you're
that.
young.
I'm a little kid. I'm just
Yeah.
like, this is terrifying.
That's what the bridge in Baton Rouge does. If you ever have to just sit in there, you can feel
Oh,
it
no,
swaying.
no. Fuck that. I have walked on that bridge. Woo! You want to
You're-
talk about scary?
Oh yeah.
So my aunt and I were coming back from Port Allen, and we had a ladder in the back of the truck. It flew out almost dead center.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And we stopped at the on-ramp and walked back up there just to get it out of the dude. That's terrifying.
I would just call, road service. Hey, there's a piece of debris in the road. I don't know where it
Yeah,
came
it falls
from.
out your truck, and you open Google Maps and press the report. There's an item in the road.
Literally.
Yeah, Google Maps wasn't a thing then.
The scariest bridge that moved the most, though, used to be the old Huey P before they fixed it. And you'd be sitting on that bridge, like stuck in traffic, and then a train would come.
Yes.
Oh, man, it felt like the whole thing was going to fall down.
The Destrehan Bridge is bad too. Not the one in Gramercy, but the next one down. And it's Destrehan and Luling. Yeah.
Yeah, what we used to call the M Bridge, because when you're driving down the spillway, it looks like a giant M in the distance.
That's the one.
So that being said, the Baker didn't want it.
Baker's
around
like,
us back.
Baker's
Nice
like, we
segue,
shoot
Keith.
enough people in Baker. We don't need more.
Stop it. So I don't know why it's going back to the state fairgrounds. So what happened to the reason St. George gave in the first place?
I don't know.
guess they
Was it all
said-
BS? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't want it. I
Or
don't
maybe
know.
they couldn't raise enough tax money to build their sports complex.
Well, also remember,
That's
that.
because they burned them all on those signs.
Well, also remember that's Breck. Breck is not part of St. George. Breck is parish wide, so that's
That
a Breck
is true.
property.
Oh, that's fair. All right, the Gonzales City Council approved Veterans Boulevard for another apartment complex.
Well, let me guess. They didn't approve infrastructure improvements.
Okay, so the zoning commission recommended to deny it, and they still passed it anyway. That's a 168 unit apartment complex added to Veterans Road. And as someone who works right around the corner from Veterans Road, right there, I'm pointing at it in real time.
It's going to make getting to Waffle House really fucking
that
inconvenient.
pisses me off because I've been complaining for decades about the intersection of Veterans and 30. There is no light, there's no roundabout, and when I worked for Summit Electric, which was that way, yeah. So I used to drive the truck, and they said, "Dude, just go to Commerce Road. Don't never ever take Veterans. It's just too dangerous in that company truck because you got people coming out of Chick-fil-A, Outback, Waffle House, these apartments, small sliders, Jack in the Box." And everybody is coming out of that thing. People making lefts off of 30. People making lefts off to 30 the other way. People making lefts from Jack in the Box. People making left from Veterans. And there's no rule of nothing.
I just don't
It's just a
understand how
free-for-all.
the planning commission's like, we recommend you deny it. Passed. Like, that just makes no sense.
I can't believe all that shit they're doing over by Tanger, and they're doing nothing about the Veterans intersection.
Because somebody got their pockets lined.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's because doing it right takes too much money. And it's absurd. It's absurd. There's some things that you shouldn't do unless you can afford to do them properly. Do you want Walmart Boudin? This is how you get Walmart Boudin. When you want the thing, but you can't afford the real thing.
I just threw up in my mouth a little.
Yeah, so we got 168 more fucking cars coming down Veterans Road. Great.
That's what we need.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank God they got those giant sidewalks, though.
They do have sidewalks.
Yes, more room.
And
for
they have a speed limit of
people to
12.
drive.
Yeah.
Drunk people will drive right on those sidewalks.
You know, they were pulling over everybody on that particular sidewalk. That's profiling. And profiling is wrong.
Profiling insinuates rookie filing.
Amateur filing.
Don't be an amateur, be a pro.
That's right. So Baton Rouge this week, it may be over by the time anyone listens to this, has Restaurant Week. They do it every year.
I think it is now. I think it's already over with. I think it was last week.
Well, the deal is apparently you go to these restaurants and they have like a $35 deal. You get a appetizer, entree, and a dessert or something, and they're probably losing money on it.
Yeah.
But it's to get you to go in there.
In the past, I've gotten some pretty good deals where, like, I remember a couple of years ago we did the Elsie's one, and it was you got like an appetizer that was really good. You got a dessert. You got like a burger, or something, like a boudin burger, or something like that, and then you got a pie. And I was like, oh, this is a great meal for $30.
And Elsie's doesn't miss.
No, they do not.
Oh, they win every award every year, and they have 17 parking spaces.
They're like the mean guy of East Baton Rouge Parish.
Yeah. Hey, now wait a minute.
Wow, that reference sucks.
Okay, well, I've been to LC's once or twice, and I wasn't like blown away like everybody else is. Maybe I just got the wrong shit. I don't know.
I don't find that their food is just like unbelievable or anything like that, but I feel like it's just different enough from most of the other Louisiana fried seafood places to be memorable, and it's all good. Like there's nothing
I'm not
bad.
a big pot pie person,
And
but they have
always
burgers and
good.
shit.
Oh, their burgers are
their
good.
boudin burger is
Yes.
fantastic.
And if you
Sound
like,
like I need to go again.
if you like pimento cheese, dude, their pimento spread is unbelievable.
I go to get the sweet pie. So I just remember
sweet
one
pie.
time me and my dad went over there, and we're just like, let's just split a pie flight. They'll give you a pie flight where it's like 3 or 4 different pies, like
like a beer one, but it's pie.
yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, we were living high on the hog that day. I was like, this is a good day.
Okay, so if Ascension Parish had a restaurant week, who would be on it? Do you think?
Snows,
Griffin Grill, best burger.
Okay, but-
that was a joke, man.
Raoul's.
Yeah, Raoul's definitely would be.
They would
Oh,
give,
yeah.
your appetizer would be like, one of their egg rolls.
They do egg rolls better than anyone. No one can fuck with crawfish egg rolls.
No.
Oh, and the Biscoff ones that apparently.
The Biscoff ones were incredible. That's probably the best thing that I've ever gotten from them, and
Second best thing you've ever put in your mouth.
it was incredible.
That's right.
It was incredible.
Mike Anderson's would be good. I like Galvez Seafood. To me, that's one of the best ones in town, even if not everyone agrees. I've never had nothing wrong at Galvez.
You know what? Anybody who says El Mezcal isn't good is only just opening their eyes when they go in there.
Yeah, no, don't taste with your eyes. You taste with your you taste with
Right.
your immune system.
It's one of those things you should blindfold yourself when you walk in and sit down because the food is
It's
excellent.
that good.
It really
it's
is.
so good, and no one will eat there with me because they're afraid of dying from dysentery.
Listeria. Kamal's, I think, would be good.
Oh, come on,
Kamal's is, yep.
Have y'all been to Copa?
I have not yet. I just found out about it like yesterday.
Wow, I've been preaching.
You know who should definitely be in Ascension Restaurant Week?
Oh, God, here comes a word joke.
Here it comes.
Diversion Pizza.
Cocksucker.
I had to make eye contact with you while I made that joke. That's our best of Ascension Pizza.
That's the best. Yeah, that's the best. Look, I went to Diversion Pizza a few months ago, and I stirred the pot. I said, I'm in Livingston Parish today eating the best pizza in Ascension Parish.
Here's one that I feel like people do not talk about enough. I think I've seen you mention them. It's South 73 Kitchen.
I've never been there.
Lunchroom.
Lunchroom, yeah, that's it.
Oh, those
Dude,
burgers are the shit. The fries are good.
The fries are
Did that
excellent.
used to be Jam Up? Or is this a different
No,
place?
no, this is on 73.
Yeah, 70. It's Jam Up is now Arsenault's.
That's right.
South
Okay.
73 used to be.
It's by Popeyes and all that.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the
okay.
one across the street now? Oh, John Michael's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't eaten at either one of those.
So South 73 closes at 2:30, which is my only gripe with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Otherwise,
lunch hours
they're
only.
great.
It's the same problem that I have with that catering place that's on. What is it? They make the jambalaya Murray's every day, every
Is it
Saturday.
360 catering? Who?
I'm blanking. I can't believe I'm blanking on this.
That's the one. 360 is the one at 621
Yeah.
and 44.
Yeah, I've
Right.
never.
Googling it. Good
Anyway,
with
South 73 is my favorite burger place because the burgers aren't real thick, and that's a good thing. It's just right, and
You don't like thick meat in your mouth?
That's well, who would? Your mom, I don't know. Anyway, so
If someone didn't like that, you wouldn't be here.
all right,
That's not quite how babies are made, sir.
that's right. Okay, sure.
T-Wayne's.
T-Wayne's.
That
Oh,
place has
yeah,
the
yeah.
best food, and they're never open when I want to eat there. Like
And
their hours
I
are-
will tell you, T-Wayne's is another burger that is top notch.
Never had the burger. I've always had the seafood, and it's always great.
The T. Wayne's people messaged my page and said, "Hey, would you do like a thing? You want to come eat and promote us?" And I said, "Sure, but I don't really do it for free. You know, like I'll take pictures of your place, some food, your staff, and I'll rant about it, and I'll charge you this much money and whatever." And then they never got back with me. I guess
That's
they
a
said,
shame.
"Never mind."
Yeah.
Sam's Lebanese, that'd be a good one.
Oh, Sam's is good too.
The Sam's by Ralph's.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the Jamaican place in the same parking lot.
The island.
I've
I've never been.
I've never
It's
been
solid.
there.
It looks like
Solid.
shit, but I'm sure it tastes great.
No, it's really good. Like when we go, that's one of the places I'll hit up when I go like to that bar that's right there.
Tiger Tavern.
Tiger Tavern, yeah. I haven't been to the new Tiger Tavern yet, the one that's off 44.
Sam's is so simple. My favorite thing there is just a regular ass chicken shawarma plate, and it's
Absolutely.
enough. It's enough food.
I like the salad, the shawarma salad.
Yeah.
If we're talking Greek and Lebanese, Moe's right there on 73
Moe's is
also
delicious.
good. Their hummus is top notch. It's creamy. It's really good.
That
That
powder
cream gets you humming.
Oh, absolutely.
that powder oil shit that whenever you first sit down, that's good. I don't know what-
Zatar.
Is that what it
Zatar.
is? There you go. I don't know. I've been told fillets would be good for that.
You know,
You've been
every
told?
time I go to Fillets,
I've
like
been
their
to fillets
food's just
once in the last
okay.
like 12 years.
I have never been impressed with them. I don't understand why they get the acclaim that they do. I've never been impressed with their food.
What have you eaten?
I've eaten the crab cakes. I've eaten the oysters. I've eaten the catfish, which is not good. I've eaten the shrimp, which is okay. It's not none of it. Just nothing's blowing me away there.
Is it just good enough? No, I mean, even if it's not the best, is it just
I mean, there's
Maybe.
just better places. There's
Okay.
just better places at the same price point.
fair?
It's not cheap.
There's not a reason to go. You're saying,
Right. There's not a reason to go. There's other places that all are good that have similar things on the menu. It's not.
I want to throw out Grapevine in Donaldsonville.
Oh, that's a goat.
Oh, yeah.
That's a goated
Absolutely.
restaurant.
Yeah,
It's been years, but yeah.
I went once recently, and apparently above the exit, people signed the wall or something, the overhead thing, and I was like, "Hey, can I sign that?" Because people would love to see my whatever. And he's like, "We don't do that anymore."
Aww.
Bitch.
Well,
was good.
we could talk about places we miss that we wish were still around.
Western Sizzling.
Oh my god!
Emails.
Do we got to do that?
Emails. Oh, my Lord. Way back. It's not Ascension Parish, but you know what? We'll claim that one.
I mean, it's on the way to the Sunshine Bridge. It's
Yeah.
close enough.
Livingston can keep Diversion Pizza, but you give me emails back.
Oh, hell yeah. I miss that place so much.
I went to Copa one time when it opened, and I got a steak, and it comes in little slivers. They slice it down for you, and they put some green shit on the top. I don't know.
Chimichurri.
Chimichurri.
Okay, sure. I don't know, but I ended up scraping most of it off because it got to be a lot. No, I had it at first, but it got to be like overpowering over the steak. But it was good.
Speaking of places we miss, bring back Marchand's.
Oh, I miss Marchand's. I used to get the.
Is that the one they had to tear down because they had a leak under the ground or something?
No, the building's still there. They just-
Wait, which Marchand's are you talking about?
I'm talking about the restaurant that
The
was
old
on
white
44.
building on 44. Is the building still there?
The
Roy
def-
Marchand and Son?
Yeah, I think
across
it-
from Lamandola's, they removed the whole
I'm pretty
goddamn
sure
building.
it's torn down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of the wrong building then. But I
Yeah.
just remember going in there and they had all like the Shaquille O'Neal stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
where
that's the
he
place.
worked there for a little while.
Yeah, they
I
had to
love that
remove the
place.
whole building because there was some like a gas leak or something.
Yeah,
All
I think that's what it was.
And I love that place.
Funnily enough, where Copa's at was Dalton's, and that
Yes.
was one of the Marchand sons.
There you go.
There were only 13
They
Marchand
were a
kids.
Mexican restaurant for a little
Only
while.
13.
Yeah, only 13 kids.
No
My-
shit.
Yeah, the Marchands had 13
Anybody
kids.
ever notice, and I'm
At
going
least
off
that
script here,
generation.
but I don't care, but everybody's Momo and their Momo before that had like 8, 10 kids.
Yeah, 'cause
because
They were a
that's
good
all
Catholic
they had to
family.
do.
They don't believe in contraception.
Yeah.
Also, back then the kids could work, and so the kids didn't cost you
Yeah.
money; they made you money.
Right.
Well, I just remember my dad used to talk about like when he was a kid and he'd ride the bus. There were 3 bus stops after him on the bus, and that's it. And one time he gets on the bus, had a substitute driver that day, and he gets on the bus and the bus driver's like, "Are y'all sure that's all that's supposed to be on this bus? Like, it says only got 3 stops left." And he's like, "Wait." And he pulls up and you have like the Kluots, the lamb. It was like the Kluots and I think it was the Lamberts and the Marchands or something. There was like 3 houses in a row, and like literally the whole bus was full from 3 houses. There were
Right
so
off
many
Gold
kids.
Place Road.
My dad was one of 8.
Yeah,
And
my dad was one of 5.
I can barely afford 3. Fuck.
Mine was one of 4.
Yeah, I've got 2, and yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, speaking of dead businesses, Small Cakes Gonzales, I'm told, went out of business like a few months ago.
That's sad.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the Baton Rouge one. It's run by better people, and I get I eat free over there. I didn't.
That's
say
a
that. I
really
didn't
good
say that
reason
out
to
loud.
like the place.
Well, no, but the woman.
I'll hype
Cammie
up
is-
any place if they're going to feed me. If
Yeah.
South of Philly wants to just give me a free pass to eat there
another
all
one
the
we didn't
time, I will
mention.
do
South
that.
of Philly is great.
I love that place. That is probably the place in Ascension Parish I eat at most often.
Mike's Po' Boys used to be my spot.
I've already covered Mike's Po' Boys. My opinion on them. It would be good if the bread wasn't so goddamn hard.
They have the New Orleans style bread.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
And I want that soft Murray's bread. I want that.
I like to not have to go and fight it with my fucking teeth.
I agree.
I don't care
I'm
about
right with you on that
history or culture. I got to eat this shit.
So I like the crusty bread.
Yeah.
With a roast beef po' boy because the gravy softens it.
That's
for me
actually
anyway.
a good point.
That's why the hard
But with
bread
a
is better for
seafood,
po' boy.
seafood po' boy, not
Yeah.
the same.
Give me the soft. Yeah.
Give me the soft bread with light toast.
Have y'all been to Tiger Philly?
No.
I have not.
It's
yet.
on 42 next to the Rouses and all that. It's pretty good.
I do like a good Philly. It was a very sad day for me when the South of Philly on Sherwood Boulevard closed. I used to go to that location a lot, living in Baton Rouge.
I recently went and they had a regular for $9 and like the large for 20 or whatever. But that $9 filled me. That was a big ass sandwich.
You know who else we didn't mention that I like is pretty solid all the time is Newly's.
Newly's is really good. That's a place I always forget about. It's so good.
Newly's is the perfect amount of good.
Yes.
It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's good.
But at the price point, it's very solid.
Yeah, there you go.
The wings are delicious.
I like
Yeah.
the curly fries.
Curly fries, yep.
Yep.
There's something about the shape makes them taste better.
Leaders.
What I like about Leader's Chicken is that the meat is good. It's the correct amount of crust. I'm looking at you, Blue Store, and the seasoning is just right. They don't need a mild and spicy. It's one flavor and it's good.
To me, it's like the perfect middle ground between a Popeye's tender and a Cane's tender. It's got the juiciness, but it's still got the spiciness of like a Popeye's spicy tender.
I'm a dark meat chicken eater because it's just easier to chew. But if I got white meat from Leaders, I wouldn't be mad about it. No, it would still be good.
It's still good.
Yeah, it's good.
And everything else on the menu is good too. Like
Yeah.
the seafood's solid.
Yeah,
I don't
their
usually
catfish
get
is
it, but
good.
it's really good.
Yeah, everybody loves the fish and the bread. They always throw in some breads.
The Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah. So Amazon started doing drones in Baton Rouge.
That means people of Baton Rouge have started shooting drones out of the sky.
I'm surprised they haven't been stolen and everything else.
I'm
but-
sure they will be.
So they had a few incidents very recently. I saw this on either AFB or WBRC. I don't know one of them, but it gets most of them right. But I watched the video. It's an old guy, and he's just the sweetest old guy. He's like, yeah, me and my wife have been married for like 115 years. He's just joking, So he said, I'm going to get her something for her birthday. And he said his wife loves this maple syrup, this certain maple syrup. And he found it on Amazon. He was all excited, got her a whole case. And that drone comes over his yard, and it missed the grass. I don't even know if it would survived the grass, but it dropped it on the fucking concrete porch. And he says, boom, it's nasty, sticky syrup everywhere. How hard that shit is to clean. You can't just hose that off.
I just wish they had like a camera with a really high frame rate to capture that
Right.
explosion as it dropped. That would have been a great highlight reel.
Well, a woman did capture a different one. She said she saw the Amazon drone. She was all excited. It was the first time seeing it. So she took her phone out, and she said it was loud as shit. That's the first thing she noticed. It sounded like a swarm of bees was outside.
Those drones are loud as shit. They carry heavy packages.
So it drops it on the edge of the yard, and it rolls down. And the street drains where it's just like where the clown Pennywise comes out of with the balloon and shit. One of those, the water escape. And it almost went down there. She said if that package would have been any smaller, it would have went in the sewer.
how long do you think it's going to be before the New Orleans Sewage and Water Board is suing Amazon, blaming that all of our catch basins are blocked because of Amazon drones? Definitely nothing else.
They may not have before, but since you said it, they definitely will be filing suit tomorrow.
If they want to give me a proceed of the, I'll take that as a commission. for giving you that bold idea. This is the innovative thinking that's gonna fix New Orleans here.
Anybody got anything else before I close it up?
SpaceX in South Louisiana. SpaceX, nice. There's a big rumor going around. They're going to open up a huge facility in Calcasieu Parish and
really?
roast ducks in the marsh with their engines. I know it's going to be a big fight coming down. I know we have all the stuff with the
what do they
data
do
centers.
They're just
I believe they're going to be testing rockets,
kind of like they do
at Stennis for NASA. There's obviously we have all the data center stuff up in Richland Parish and in Felicia.
Yeah, we all want that.
Yes, we all
want data centers, AI data centers. Thanks.
There's this heliport initiative going on, I think down in like Houma Thibodeau, where they're going to be testing out basically bigger drones. They're going to be testing out drone taxis down there, and I think the idea is they're going to be trying to use drone taxis to get from that part of South Louisiana to the oil rigs.
To the rigs, yeah.
Because that would be huge if they could, get these, because that's a lot of expense that's wrapped up in helicopter trips out there. Because we all know about how expensive a helicopter trip was for your mom. Had to show that helicopter dick.
Okay.
There we go. We were getting to it.
All right. This has been...
That's right. I'm younger than you and your father. I'm a time traveler. That's how it happens.
Is this that I Am My Own Grandpa song again? Remember that? All right. This has been Treats from the Store. I want to thank my guests, Lonnie Gonzales and Connor Graham, again. This episode has been sponsored by the Pastalaya Palace. For real, it's a real place. And as always, Dutchtown needs a Taco Bell. Thank you for listening.